Hey everybody, welcome back. We're up north again today, and it's pretty cloudy and overcast up here. A couple of rain showers have come through. I can hear the birds chirping in the background. It's really cloudy and overcast today. It's probably only going to It's probably only going to get into the 50s, maybe low 50s. But I want to come here anyways to change the oil on the Polaris. And so I went and got an oil change kit from the dealer. Should have everything I need in here. Should be a oil filter and the oil I need, and then the washer that goes on the oil plug so you don't end up with any leaks. I've got an Allen wrench here, a 6mm Allen wrench that we'll use to undo the oil plug on it. And then I've got a oil filter wrench here that we can use to take the old oil filter off and put the new one on. So inside of the kit here, if you open this up, we've got our new oil filter we'll put on in place of the one we're going to take off. And then we have, here's the ring you'll want to put back on the oil plug so you don't end up with any leaks. So we'll put that back on the oil plug when we put it back in there. And then we've got 2 quarts of synthetic oil that we will put back in it. Should be a pretty simple process. Basically it's going to be loosen the drain plug, drain the oil out, take the old oil filter off, replace it with that one, put the oil plug back in it and fill it back up. And there's where the oil filter is and the oil plug. I can actually let you get a look at the machine here. So it's on the passenger side of this Polaris 570 Ranger. And so that's where you fill it back up, and that's where the oil filter is. I've already got a pan underneath here where the oil plug is. So here we are underneath the side-by-side. There is the spot where the wrench goes in right there. That's where the oil plug is. So we'll take the oil plug out, drain the oil out into our pan, and then we'll put the plug back in with the new washer on it. Loosened up. Let's see if I can get the plug out without dropping it in the oil. There goes the oil. We'll let that drain out. So while that was draining out, I went ahead and loosened up the dipstick to the oil crankcase to kind of let the pressure come out of it, and that let the oil drain out a lot better when I did that. It's almost finished now. Here is the oil plug that came out of it. Here's my new ring here, and here's the plug with the old ring on it. So we're going to take that old ring off of there, put this new one on, and then we'll put the plug back in it. Now it's just dripping out of the spot there, you can see. And so we're going to go ahead and put plug back on. I got the new washer on it. We're going to put the plug back in here. Get out of the way. We're going to tighten this back up. That's about hand tight there. So that's in there. So now we need to go take off the oil filter and replace that, and then put the new oil back in it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the oil fill cap back on it here, so we don't get anything inside of the oil case. Get rid of some of these leaves down here. And it looks like the oil is going to kind of just drip right there on the machine. So I'm going to put a rag down here, kind of catch some of that, and then we'll put the oil filter wrench on that and get that loose. And so there is where the oil filter is. Put the oil filter wrench on here. And before it was a little loose on here, and so I ended up putting a paper towel around the inside of it just to kind of give it some extra support. But now that I've got it loosened up, we can take it right off. So that's loosened up enough. Stick my hand in here and get the rest of the way off. See if I can get it off fast enough to not lose too much oil out of it. And there is the oil filter, the old one, off. And then this here is our new oil filter. We're going to take some of the new oil and open that up. Pop the top on it here. Get a little bit of my finger so I can put it on the ring of this one. So you want to get new oil nice around on that so it gets a good seal. And then here's our new oil filter. Goes right back on there. Then I'm going to put a piece of paper towel over the edge of this, just so I can get a really good seal on it when I put the oil filter wrench on it there, to make sure I can really get this good and tight. Just kind of make it hand tight. And maybe one more turn. So there's our oil filter back on. Now all we got to do is fill it back up right here. It's kind of a tight spot to get a funnel back in there, so I put that one there. Now we'll see if we can get the oil back in it without making a mess. There we go. Here's the first quart. Here's the second quart. All right, there is the second quart in. Here's our dipstick. Swipe that off. Let's check the level. There we go, full oil. That's what we want. So now that we have the new oil in it, I cleaned up down there a little bit, started it back up, fill up the oil filter, make sure we don't have any leaks. So that's the process to change the oil on the Polaris Ranger 570. Needs to be cleaned up. It's pretty dirty from hunting season. But we should be good to go for the rest of this year now. I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure and like this video, give me some comments, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you want to see more videos about the Polaris Ranger, you can check this video coming up here. We'll see you guys next time.